Welcome, my friends, to a very rapid review of the PMBOK Guide 8th edition. If you would like to see the much longer video, look on the Praizion channel and you'll be able to see my 1.5 hour breakdown. But let's get into what exactly has changed in the PMBOK Guide 8th edition. In the 8th edition, the most popular table a lot of project managers are used to is that table that looks like this. Now, the PMI have introduced a new term, focus area. The focus areas are just the same thing as the project management process groups of old. Also in this table, there is a reference to performance domains, which refers to those items on the left. These are very much more like the knowledge areas from previous editions of the PMBOK Guide. So this is one of the major changes from the 7th to the 8th. The 7th edition did not have any such table, but the 6th edition did. So think about this table as skipping one PMBOK Guide generation. Moving in here, you can see that there is no integration up top. Consider integration has changed to governance. Initiate project or phase used to be called develop project charter. Integrate and align project plans is a new term for develop project management plan. Plan sourcing strategy is new. This is really more like a procurement process. The same thing for manage quality assurance. It used to be in quality. So they have condensed quality and procurement, couple of processes there into this new one called governance. So in governance, we have initiate the project or phase, integrate and align project plans, plan sourcing strategy, manage project execution, which used to be direct and manage project work, manage quality assurance, manage project knowledge, still the same, monitor and control project performance. It used to be called monitor and control project work. Assess and implement changes used to be called perform integrated change control. Close project or phase, still the same. Going into scope, we have plan scope management, the same. Elicit and analyze requirements used to be collect requirements. Define scope, the same. Develop scope structure used to be create WBS. Monitor and control scope used to be control scope, and validate scope is the same. They've switched these around in order of sensibilities. It makes sense to look at monitoring scope and controlling it before doing a final validation by the customer of whatever is delivered. Going over to schedule management, it's being condensed from 6 into just 3. So we have planned schedule management, same as before, but for the others that we used to have, define activities, sequence activities, estimate activity durations, they're all compressed into one developed schedule. So we had define activity, sequence activities, estimate activity durations, and develop schedule. Those 4 have now been condensed into that. Monitor and control schedule just used to be called control schedule. Getting into this new one, it's called finance. Same as cost for the most part. We're doing pretty much exactly the same stuff. Now we're looking a little bit more broadly at how the project is financed, but this is pretty much the same stuff. So we have plan financial management, which used to be plan cost management. Estimate cost, still the same. Determine budget is now develop budget. Monitor and control finances used to be called control cost. And this is where earned value is discussed. So that's pretty much it for finances. Going over to stakeholder. Stakeholder in this book, the 8th edition, they have condensed both stakeholder and communications into just one domain, stakeholder. So we identify stakeholders, plan stakeholder engagement, still the same, plan communications management, still the same, but now rolled up into stakeholders. Manage stakeholder engagement, the same, manage communications, the same, but rolled into stakeholders. Monitor stakeholder engagement, the same. Monitor communications, the same, but now they've rolled these into one. I don't know why they've done this. I think it would have been more prudent to leave communication, since it's what the project manager does 70% of the time, but they've condensed them into both. It doesn't take away the value of communications. Resources. We get into resources with plan resource management as before. Estimate activity resources is now just estimate resources. Acquire resources, the same thing. Now, we used to have develop team and manage team, both collapsed into lead the team. And then we have monitor and control resourcing, which just used to be control resources. Finally, in risk, we have plan risk management, identify risks, perform risk analysis. In the past, we had perform qualitative and perform quantitative risk analysis as two separate risk processes. Does taking it away make any difference? Not if you understand it. It might have been more helpful to just leave it so we could call out both qualitative and quantitative. Plan risk responses, still the same. Implement risk responses and monitor risk exactly as we had them before. So, my friends, when you take a look at it, we have this table which has changed quite significantly. There's been a big cut in terms of the number of areas for sure, and in the number of processes altogether. Now, with that said, let's jump into the next thing that is significantly different from the 7th edition. The 7th edition used to have 12 principles, but now we have 6. 1, be a big picture thinker, really see the holistic view. So it just reads, adopt a holistic view. That's number 1. So this is new, even though in the past it was called being more strategic in the 7th. So having a more strategic orientation, still the same thing, but condensed into adopt a holistic view. Then we have focus on value. If it's not valuable, don't do it. If it is valuable, go after it sensibly. Number 3, embed quality. You got to build quality in. And then number 4, be an accountable leader, which means passing the buck should stop with you. Number 5, build an empowered culture. Only secure leaders give power to others, as John Maxwell would say. So secure delegation, clarity, and support is the name of this game. Finally, we have number 6, integrate sustainability. This just means you got to meet today's needs without compromising future generations. Consider the planet, people, and the long-term value of all phases. So when you boil it down, we have 3 core dimensions: proactive, ownership, and value-driven. Okay, then we can bucketize those principles under each. All right, my friends. Well, that is the most significant change in the PMBOK Guide 8th edition. There's some other aspects which, of course, are good to read, like just read all the chapters and follow the evolution of project management in what is discussed. But for the most part, for those of you who are really just trying to get into it and understand what exactly is this thing saying, I've given you the high level. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button, and I'll see you next time. All the best, and bye for now.